Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trainer Tip Tuesday, where I give you a training tip or trick every Tuesday. This Tuesday I actually have a tip, sort of, or more like a proposition. I kind of just want to talk about this week about giving our dogs the best life they can. So on the news the other day, TCL Live, which is Twin Cities Live, it was on 2 weeks ago, there's an episode they did where they're talking about pet health in Minnesota. So this is just for like Minnesota people, which is where I'm located, is in Minnesota. And they were talking about how Minnesota was just named, one of the fittest states in the nation, and yet our pets lead the nation in obesity. I think dogs led in like 41% were obese in Minnesota, and 48% of cats are obese. And we're the highest state in the nation with obese animals, or well, dogs and cats at least, I think. And that's what I saw on that. And so that's kind of why I want to just talk to you about having a healthy lifestyle for our pets. Obesity, even just having like 3 extra pounds on some dogs can be really hard on their organs. It can be really hard on their joints, especially as they get older. So just making sure that you're not overfeeding your dogs. And the first thing that I would cut out would be feeding table scraps. I think is like the number one thing. Like, I'll just give him like this one time. And it's like, well, not only are we feeding him food that he probably shouldn't be eating, but we're also developing behaviors where, he wants to be near the dinner table, and maybe you get, you could get any kind of behavior, conditioned behavior out of that, whether it be, possessiveness of the area around the table, or just, begging, like a lot of begging, a lot of, unwanted behavior that you probably don't want, or if you have guests over, they don't want. So, you can just kind of create a situation or behaviors that you don't want by feeding table scraps. By the way, I would say that like in the last 5 to 10 years ago, I never really saw dog food commercials, and within the last year or two, everything is just blown up with whether our dog should be eating grain-based, or whether they should be even eating kibble, or whether we should be trying to feed them raw and doing stuff like that. Definition of raw is basically just what it sounds like. Basically anything kind of from the butcher, ground beef, carrots, vegetables, cottage cheese, stuff like that. So before you jump to conclusions, I'm not going to get on the topic of whether we should be feeding our dogs raw or kibble. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know enough about the topic to talk about it. We're not going there. We're going to talk about more like exercise and mental exercise, mental stimulation. It's done a lot through training. But it can also be done in games or tricks, stuff like that. Physical exercise now. As long as you take your dog for a walk, morning, night, at least once a day, you're pretty good. But if your dog is like a Vizsla, or maybe a Siberian Husky, or maybe you have a lovely little miniature Aussie, they need more than like one walk a day. Your dog's breed has a big factor in how much physical activity they should be doing every day. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about one brand better than another because currently I don't have a dog, so I don't really know. But I will say that like some brands do have, like they have puppy chow to like adult chow to senior chow. Some brands even go as far to say that they have like active dog chow, or dog food, dog kibble for the active dog. Which is interesting. I had a fat epileptic corgi growing up, so we obviously did not dabble in the active stuff. So I'm gonna wrap this up, but I just wanted to do a quick kind of like, let's not be hypocrites. Let's not only develop a healthy lifestyle for ourselves, let's develop a healthy lifestyle for our dogs as well. So yeah, take it as you will, grain of salt, take it as a sugar cube, however you want to take it. This is just my words to you. Of course, if you have any like nutrition questions, talk to your vet. Your vet honestly wants the best for your dog or your cat or whatever you have. So talk to your vet, ask them questions, do research, go to the nearest bookstore, read books on it. But yeah, so I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I'll see you next week, and have a fun, healthy, balanced lifestyle with your puppy.